Hey guys, Hiraku here with another raid video, and today I want to talk about the Forge. Now, the Forge just recently came out with patch 2.2, and I'm pretty excited about it, to be honest, guys. What do you all think about patch 2.2? Overall, I mean, if you had Rotos, like if you have this little poor guy right here, you're probably not liking the patch too much. I've seen some very strongly worded opinions on the Rotos nerf. Did he need it? I don't think so. Am I scared to fight him in arena anymore? No, I'm not. But besides that, I think patch 2.2 has been great so far, to be honest. We got the advanced quest as well as the Forge. And in this video, I want to talk about the Forge specifically. Now, the Forge doesn't have too much complications in it. You have these sets over here to make at the time of making this video. Obviously, down the road, they should have more sets. These first two sets are obviously 4-piece sets. The bottom two are 2-piece sets. These two were obtainable through Platinum Arena only before the implementation of the Forge. These two are only achievable right now through the Forge. You can also craft 3 to 4 star pieces of these two sets. These ones up here are only 4 to 5 and 5 to 6. Now, my first look when I got in here, honestly, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Perception, I strongly believe, is the best set in the game. Well, the best set in the Forge, at least, because of the fact that it has speed, which is the best stat in the game, the most important stat in the game, and then accuracy, probably the second most important stat to make sure you have at that certain level in the game. Because if you don't have enough accuracy, you're not going to be applying your debuffs. So any champion who applies debuffs needs accuracy. And this is a perfect set. Second place, I would say Swift Parry. It has its uses, but it's a 4-piece set, so finding 4 pieces is a little more difficult than it would be to find 2 pieces down here. Now, when it comes to deflection and resilience, honestly, I'm not a big fan of them. Maybe if the resources were a little different, I would make them, but how it currently stands, Swift Parry uses these legendary soul stones, and then this one, the Perception, uses legendary bloodstones. So they're actually using different materials. You can see here the deflection and Perception use the same, resilience and Swift Parry use the same. So I actually really like that Plarium did that, and they didn't make the two good sets use the same stuff. Because if both of these sets use the same thing, I don't know what I would be doing. Probably not crafting a whole lot of these. But I've definitely crafted a few of the Perception. I'm really liking it. I'm actually going to go ahead and craft another one. And I want to show you guys some things inside of these crafting chances. Now, I'm actually kind of surprised to see this detailed of a list from Plarium. I really like this. You can obviously scroll through here and read what's your percentage chance to get each thing will be. I mean, it says with the default odds plus the charm. I really like how they just break it down for you. I mean, you can see that even with the charm, you get a 15% chance to craft a legendary. And that's not really that bad. I mean, you can see that you have a 50% chance to get an epic piece, which is really good, especially if you're earlier on in the game. I really like this if you're using the rarity charm. And it breaks it down. You have the same chance to get everything when it comes to all these pieces, which is really good. You also get the same percent, like everything is very even. It's not like scale, like, oh, your chance to get a speed roll is lower than anything else. Everything else is very even. One thing I do want to point out, and this is a question that I had seen asked before, it says how primary stats and substats are decided when crafting. So stats are random and decided in stages. First, the primary stat is decided, and then the substat is decided one by one. And why this is so important, and this specific order is so important, is because if you're wanting to make a pair of boots, okay, let's assume you're going to make a speed pair of boots, all right? Well, if you put a speed glyph in there, or a speed rune, or whatever it's called, you can only get the substat to be speed. So if the substats were rolled first, then you're essentially decreasing your chance to get a pair of boots with a speed main stat. But since the primary stat is rolled first, and then the substats are rolled, that actually creates kind of a fail-safe so that if you do get lucky and roll a pair of boots and they don't roll speed as a main stat, and they have a higher chance to roll speed as a substat, thus allowing them to be a little more likely for you to actually be able to use them. Boots without speed are typically, well, speed in general is just an amazing stat to have. So keep that in mind. Its primary stats rolled first, so you don't have to worry about, hey, I want to get crit rate on my gloves. Is that going to mess it up if I get actually crit rate main stat, crit damage main stat? Just know that it has a fail safe to it. That makes sense. So I definitely really like this. I really like how they break that down as well. Now feel free to read this. It has a lot of interesting information. Now when it comes to forging the gear, one thing I want to recommend is don't blow through all these materials super quick. Like if you're early on in the game, it may be a little difficult for you to get the materials because at first, in the past few days, like on the initial release of this system, Plarium gave us a ton of materials. This isn't going to keep up, I promise. Like I'll be very, very shocked if this stays at the level it is. But we're just loaded up on materials. We got a bunch from this Dungeon Divers event, which was literally like 2 dungeons and then you had everything. This Dragon Tournament gives you all this stuff, and then you'll get more from over here from winning. You'll get some more from the Classic Arena. I mean, there's just so much pieces for this forging system that we're getting that it makes it look like you can forge a lot of pieces of gear, when in reality, you may not actually be able to. These pieces right here, I know are only obtainable from the Classic Arena. If you click on them, it shows you where each one is obtainable from. And then if you start to burn through these resources, it may be difficult to get them down the road. And by itself, that wouldn't be a huge deal. Where the issue comes in is when the advanced quests say, forge a piece of perception gear, okay? And you go in here and you don't have the materials to forge said piece of perception gear. So then it kind of sucks. So make sure you're holding on to enough resource so you can actually forge one piece at least from one of these. So when you get that advanced quest, you can actually complete it. I mean, it would kind of suck to, get through all of this and be at like 249 out of 250 and then it's all done, So you don't want to do that. But now, when it comes to forging these pieces of gear, let me jump through here. Obviously, I'm going to put a rank charm right there. I'm going to do a rarity charm. So I want to get the best chance to get a 6-star piece of gear possible. And then I want to get the best chance to get a legendary piece of gear as possible. Now, when it comes to doing weapon, helmet, shield, gauntlets, gloves, and boots, typically I have somebody in mind who I want each piece of gear on. Let me go over here and show you what exactly I'm talking about. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, Madame Serris. All right, this is who I want a good piece of gear on. When I'm looking through my gear, I have quite a few pieces that I could replace. I would like to replace one of these. I'd honestly like to replace this shield. Like this shield's a 5-star shield. I would like to get the shield and the chest plate replaced with the accuracy set to boost her accuracy up, not lose too much speed, but make it better. I mean, this chest plate doesn't have any speed rolls on it. So if I can get a 6-star piece, that'd be super helpful for my Madame Serris. Also, when you're rolling the top row of gear, you actually have a better chance of getting what you actually want, because unlike the bottom row of gear, you only have one main stat. Now, for example, I could roll, say if I wanted a glove, okay? Well, I got crit damage, crit rate, attack percent, defense percent, all kinds of flat stuff. Like, it could roll the exact substats that I want, but it may not be the right main stat to really work on any champion. I guess, versatility from using a top row piece of gear, a shield, a helmet, and a weapon is just so much better. And it's so much more likely that you're going to get something you can actually use on a champion that I think it just makes it more worth it to actually do that. Now, obviously, I'm going to put a speed glyph in here because, like I said, I'm going to use it on Madame Serris, and she's my arena debuffer. So that's what I'm going to do there. Let's go ahead and forge this. Let's get a legendary 6-star piece of gear. And we get, okay, 6-star, no speed roll. We do have the accuracy roll. Okay, this isn't the best piece. Maybe we get a triple roll into accuracy. That can make it really good. But maybe we could do one more, Let's go ahead and YOLO this for the video. I'm feeling lucky. Oh, crap. That's not lucky. We can get a double roll here, and that'd actually be better than the shield I already have on her. So, matter of fact, this video is not going too long right now. Let's go ahead and go in here and roll this piece of gear. See if we're going to get the luck for this one. I want a double roll right here, and this could make this actually worth equipping onto Madame Serris. It's gonna not. Okay, well, we're not gonna sell it. Maybe we can use it on another champion down the road. This piece, uh, probably not gonna be using that. Doesn't have any speed rolls. I've got a few pieces. Let me know down below if anybody got any like crazy pieces. I've seen a few in the Discord of people who got really good pieces of gear. But overall, guys, I hope this clears up a little bit about the forge. Like I said, you can click on these to see where you can earn each of the materials from. Keep in mind, don't spin down the materials too much because you could find yourself basically being screwed in a spot where you can't finish the missions. Right now, these pieces don't seem to have much use for like my level. I'm wondering if Plarium may implement something like a fusion thing down the road so you could like combine 10 of them to make a higher rarity. I kind of doubt that though. I'm thinking these may just kind of be useless, but who knows? Maybe don't spin them all down super quick. I know I'm going to be holding on to them. I don't need any of this kind of gear. But yeah, definitely Perception, I think, is definitely the best set. So enjoy. Best of luck when you're crafting your gear. Keep in mind the stat priorities and how all this works. And I hope this video helped you out, guys. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.